Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Someone let me know. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Let me know, please, if you hear me. Okay, great. Great. All right, my name is Jonathan Mayorka. I'm here with the Convo Couch. I have actually been watching a live stream going on tonight. There have been multiple, independent journalists out here. This is the aftermath. We are on Imperial Highway and Normandy Avenue, and the sheriff's department who were protesting. I mean, the protesters are, protesting the sheriff department after the killing of Dijon Kizzy, and protesters have been protesting since his death, his murder. And it's been a few days since they've been protesting. They've been protesting every night. You saw a live stream that I did the other day where, they just got everybody off and they only arrested one protester. Tonight, they actually tear gassed and shot multiple protesters. With me right now, I have independent journalist who goes by Fun Civilized on Instagram. Tell us your name, brother.
I go by AJ, just AJ. Yeah.
So tell me, AJ, you were here. You experienced this the shooting from the sheriff's department here. They're about to clear out. It looks like they're clearing out the area right now. So tell me your experience of what happened. How long were you here today and tonight?
So, I've been here for a little while. I was here actually earlier, like at 4 p.m. There was a bit of a press conference that went kind of haywire. It was basically upstaged by some of the family members of the John Kizzy. They kind of upstaged a ongoing press conference. I think it was, I don't know if it was KTLA, might have been one of them, but like there was like 4 or 5 news trucks over there. And then I left, and then I came back around 7-ish. And I started going live, and I was just kind of, commenting or filming the scenes, etc. There was probably about 80, I would say 80 at its height, 80 people on this side, on the protest side, including media people. And then on the other side, I don't know, like probably 100 plus cops, etc., riot gear, etc.
Sheriffs? There were 100 plus sheriffs here?
Yeah, I think, yeah. 100 plus sheriffs, riot gear. They had that, those armored trucks with the, I don't know what those are called. They're the ones with like, they have like 5 or 6 on each side, and
it's a riot truck, yeah, and they carry about 5 or 6 sheriffs on each side.
Yeah. So then, that went on for about, I would say a solid couple hours, and then
it was just a standoff between protesters yelling, yelling at the cops, exercising their freedom of speech, the First Amendment right.
Yeah, it was just a standoff for a bit. People were definitely talking at the cops, saying the usual chants, etc. Trying to talk to Alex Villanueva, etc. Trying to say, hey, show us your tattoos, etc. Trying to talk about the gangs inside the sheriff's department.
So for people who don't know, there are gangs inside the sheriff's department. There's multiple gangs. There's one of the gangs is the Executioners. Another one is the Vikings, Compton Vikings, I believe they are. There are multiple gangs, and there's actually a lawsuit right now that a deputy, you can say one of those very few good cops, actually made a lawsuit against the department right now, and they actually revealed that the man who killed Andres Guardado killed him to join the Executioners gang. Now, what were you saying, sir?
Yeah, so they were pointing that out. They were saying, they were yelling at them, hey, show us your tats, show us your tattoos, because apparently these gangs, they have markers or tattoos that they use once they join the gang, etc. So people were doing that, and all of a sudden, somebody just got I saw a couple people like carrying like a bit of a barricade toward the cops. I'm not sure if that was like what it was that they thought was threatening about it, but they started shooting at them at that moment. It was just from 1 second to the next. I was on my live talking, talking shit, etc. And boom, 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 just different. They were using flashbangs. Pepper, what are those called? Pepper balls.
Grenade balls.
Yeah, and then tear gas, etc. And yeah, just shooting indiscriminately at everybody, just everybody. So people kind of panicked and kind of started running in every which direction, and yeah, so some people got more peppered than others.
Now, I believe you had some video of that, or did you have any video?
So I'm here with Austin. He's the guy that basically got me out of this area, and he got some really clear video of everything, and so did I. Yeah.
Okay, hey Austin, do you mind if we can see the video? So Austin, you're an independent journalist. What's your Instagram account?
It's just Austin_Bafa.
Okay, great. Yeah, I want to spread you guys down because you guys are out here on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my brother who was like on the front lines with us, Michael Ade. Be like Mike. This is Instagram.
Oh, that's right.
He was there, like he was catching fire, and they were lighting him up, and he was like running the show with everything tonight. So, just a shout out to him, real quick.
Be like Mike on Instagram.
Be like Mike, he's like an excellent photographer.
Yes.
Your brother.
Yeah, I've seen his work. That's your brother?
No,
Yeah. I believe it. Yeah. And I say brother all the
so
time.
I'll show like my video.
Are you on Twitter as well?
Yeah, I really just like, I don't want to promote myself too much in this moment, but I want to like, I want to show the footage for sure.
I want to make sure you get the credit. That's all I said.
All right. Do you want to see?
Yeah, so maybe we can just put it up to the camera.
Including myself. A bunch of them got maced. And
Get up and run this way! Get up and come to
I don't know how much you want to...
Yeah, no, this is wild. That's insane. I don't know if you could see that clearly. It was a bunch of bullets being shot, a bunch of rubber bullets being shot, pepper spray grenades, just like AJ just said here, fun civilized. And they were saying that journalists also got tear gas, bear mace. I know I saw those the journalists on the other side, the bigger guy. He's been out here.
They shot at everybody. Everybody got shot. So those are, yeah, like different. Everybody that was there was shot at, and there were journalists there. So I think Austin mentioned something about Austin. Did you say something about one of the LAPD's own, like who was it that got shot there? That you said it was like LAPD's, like somebody from LAPD got shot. Like
this journalist who was I see him at all the protests. I think he works for the city. Yeah, and I saw a video of him on the side with another photographer, and he was like rubbing his eyes, pouring water. I think he got maced because I heard that multiple photographers were shot, including myself, but some of them were also maced in the face. And these are people with press credentials like this, even more official than me. So
Exactly, and they actually have a press badge like this, right? Yeah. You got the press thing there. A camera should be enough. I mean, exactly, the First Amendment right to film, the First Amendment right to protest. That's the problem. So it seems as though protesters only moved a little barricade, a little cabinet in front of the sheriffs, and then the sheriffs just decided to start shooting and go crazy. All right. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen.
I just want you to know they also, just to give you a fuller picture of what the aftermath. So they shot at them. They moved around the corner, and then they went into like residential areas. They were shooting at the residential areas. They were shooting at like lawns and like different areas, like wherever the protesters went. They were just kind of shooting blindly toward them. So in my case, I was with like 6 or 7 others, and we were kind of hiding around a corner. They were shooting at us like in that lawn. So somebody's like lawn, and like they had a little garden. So they were definitely just they kept on shooting at everybody, like no matter where they went. So as long as they could see them, they were shooting at them. So
And they've had the helicopters out here the whole time, right?
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, this is insane. They just the helicopter just left. So I also saw on your live stream that they chased protesters, right? They chased like a group of them away. Are they being kettled right now? Is
I think they kettled them down that street, and then they tried to get them like into the neighborhoods, and people were slowly backing up with shields, and they were driving on both sides. They had the Bird, like the helicopter, out. I think they were trying to get them to all leave, but also I think some of them were trying to box in and like probably make some arrests, which is what they also do at they've done at the other protests that we've had. Yeah, last night and the night before last, and they hunt them.
they protesters have been protesting since his death, right? I mean, that's since Dijon Kizzy. Okay, all right. Well, there's the that's a summary of the incident tonight. This is the second night in a row that this has happened. I'm gonna take y'all a little bit closer. It looks like they've cleared out. Fun Civilized was waiting for his car to grab his car, and they wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let anyone pass the just this point. Just a random ambiguous point. I'm gonna flip the camera here. All right, so you can see here, police. I did see. It looks like everybody's cleared out. All the sheriffs have cleared out. Let's just take a look here. So we have. Let's see how. Just got this new phone. See if we can zoom in pretty far and have it look good. So there's 3 sheriffs here still, and this street over here, this is Imperial Highway. Part of Imperial Highway is blocked off right now. Is the sheriff's department that way? Yes. Okay, so that's exactly where the sheriff's department is. That part of Imperial Highway is blocked off. Yes. We missed it earlier when I first arrived here. There were multiple dozens of sheriffs out here in riot gear, with the riot shields, with the riot helmets, with the riot guns, with the riot shotguns, with the riot. It almost sounded like an automatic what they shot in that video we watched.
We're gonna walk to get this man's bike, which was basically at the scene where everything happened. We're gonna walk to get this man's bike, which was basically at the scene where this all happened. So hopefully we can get there. But if we want to see like the aftermath, that's probably where we're gonna.
Okay, all right, I'll follow you guys there. I'm going to switch to another mic. Earlier, I saw sheriffs going throughout this whole parking lot. They were looking on the ground for stuff. I don't know if they were collecting the casings of the bullets or something like that, of the rubber bullets. In the other live stream I had, we were over there in the sheriff's department, and you saw them take down a protester the last time I was here. Looks like we got an undercover over here. Maybe not. So it was right here?
This guy left his bike here earlier. Took the bike. Yeah, I know our live stream. Oh, is that it? That's it?
Yeah. Thank you. Whoa.
Yay.
I'm glad you looked to this side.
It's the little victories.
Yeah.
Hell
Mission
yeah.
accomplished.
Cool,
Got
man.
my bike.
All right, so the man got his bike, lost his bike.
Oh, what?
That's something true they said,
So right here was a standoff,
Right here.
and this is where they had the. Oh, okay, I see.
Right here, it started, they was busting in the alley right there. We was all behind there, but most of us was right here. And they started shooting right there, though, you know what I'm saying? Then we started jumping over the wall, then we started going that way, hiding behind there first, and everywhere else, you know?
I got you. Thank you.
Alright, this is the aftermath. Went down. Regular video, but dude, Mike, we made it back.
So this is where the video was taken right here. I believe the gentleman Austin that we interviewed was right here filming, and this is when sheriff's department started unleashing bullets onto the protesters. And I think it was because they dragged up this cabinet. It's still not a good reason to start shooting at protesters. And now I'm gonna take a look at some cars here, see if there's any damages on any of these cars. You can see a damage here on this car. There's something in the air that's like really spicy. It's fucking with my nose right now. All these little white balls.
I was staying right about here. And I just started and then it started like, I started back up this way.
Lit.
Oh, I got one. I found one.
This is aftermath of everything that was hit tonight. Oh my god.
What is that? I think that's the shit that's in the air.
Yeah, that doesn't smell very good.
The cars got lit up. Everything got lit up.
Yeah, okay, so those pepper shit, this white shit is some type of irritant, and I guess obviously it hits a person and then it falls, or it comes from a grenade ball type, which we've seen in Portland and in Seattle. Just gathering evidence here. The sheriff's department here. It's still in the air, all this chemical irritant. And I think all this white powder, like if you put it up to your, if you try and smell it, it's not good. It's fucking makes you want to sneeze. And look at the force of that. Like what kind of... Okay, so protesters must have ran back over here. I know some jumped over that fence, jumped up into there. There's so many little, I'm gonna call them pepper balls. There's so many little pepper balls. They're red and black, and they have a little cross section when they break. This car also got hit. Look at this. Look at this. Did this car get hit? Let's see. So I have sheriffs over here aiming their light down. I just walked past them. I don't see anything on this car. Here solo dolo. That's nothing, I don't think so. Here's another one of those balls. It's cracked, but I'm gonna keep that one. Red ball, red and white ball here. This one's completely intact. So, okay, this one has all the powder in it. So I believe those paintball guns actually carried these because one of the sheriffs that I just passed was holding one. It looks like they carried these, so it not only hits protesters, it unleashes a chemical irritant. There's another one. All right, this is something else. This is the second one I've seen. I don't know what this is. I thought it was nothing before. Now I'm seeing that it's something else. You guys see what weapons they're using on civilians to see if this stuff is legal or not. Well, it must be legal, but it's still in the air. Here's another ball. All right, so then I think, people started jumping over the wall over there, jumping over the wall over there. People probably ran back here, started jumping over the wall over here, or going up these steps. I saw someone's live. There was right over here, people were jumping over the wall. Holy shit, is that fresh blood? Okay, so earlier I saw in someone's live stream that an ambulance was coming through. It looks like someone got really hurt. I'm gonna have to wash my, no, I'm not touching that. Okay, good thing I brought hand sanitizer. This is insane, people. Look at this. They drew blood. There's that other thing, that orange thing I picked up. Someone was bleeding. Now I can't touch anything with that hand. This car got multiple. It's got a bunch of white stuff all over it. Oh, what is this? Look at this. The sheriffs were out here looking for stuff too. But guess what? They didn't look good enough because little old indie journalist like me can go find this stuff and keep it for evidence. So here's another one of those balls. So that's a chemical irritant and also a hard ball. So once that hits somebody, it hurts. It also releases chemical irritant, it looks like. They have two sheriff goons looking at me. So yeah, right here, I saw in somebody's live stream, someone was filming right here, and I saw they were shooting right there. That's where the cabinet was. There are some people posted up over here below the wall, trying not to get hit. And then, why is this happening in America? Why is this happening for peaceful protesters? Look at this car. This car is just parked here. I just stepped on one of those balls. Here's another ball. Here's another ball. That shit is still in the air. Hold on, I'm gonna set the camera down real quick, sanitize my hand and fix my mask. Okay. Fix my mask. Good thing I bring hand sanitizer. Looks like we got a federal over here in this white car. I think some protesters just arrived. Hey, are you good?
Yeah, yeah. I just left the cooler over here, so I was seeing if it was still here.
Are you cool being filmed?
Oh, yeah, of course. I don't care.
Were you one of the protesters here?
Yeah, I was here for a little bit. They, which is why it's funny, because I dropped off my cooler, and then like not even 5 minutes later, without a declaration of unlawful assembly, or all the other bullshit that they always say to us, dispersal order, they just started firing on people. I mean, they blasted my car heavily, and one of I really don't know what they're called, but they launch them and they make the really loud bang. They're not flash bangs, but they're like concussion rounds. Fucking almost went right into my car. I saw one go off on a dude's arm, which we know from the other night.
Was he bleeding? Because I just saw some blood on the ground over here.
Potentially. Well, they were firing pretty close range on people.
Yeah.
They somebody told me that they were aiming at a pregnant woman's stomach.
Oh my gosh.
Then they had to shield her stomach because they were aiming at her. And like, I don't understand why, they felt the need to, potentially risk damaging these people's property.
Yeah, because protesters were running over here, right?
Yeah, they were shooting in this direction. So they were damaging public property. That's just what they were doing. In an effect to try to intimidate protesters. So it was very disheartening to see because people were just here, you know, expressing their grievances over Dijon Kizzy, you know, because we need justice for him. We need justice for him. We need justice for everybody.
Yeah,
Right?
'cause he got stopped for a Viking
A
violation.
Viking violation. They murdered a man over a fucking bike. That's pathetic. But let me get out.
Yeah, I can understand why the community is very angry. You know, it's another black man murdered again at the hands of police department. Thank you so much for your story, man. And
Yeah, no,
take care.
yeah, please be safe.
Yeah, you too. Yo, AJ. So yeah, like I said, I think there's a federale over here. His license plate only says 1998. That's pretty weird. Okay, so he was saying that they were shooting rounds over here on public property. So now I'm gonna look here. Yeah, I'm seeing. Look at this. And they came here and cleared. I saw the when I pulled up over here. I saw the sheriffs clearing out all this stuff. Yo, did you see that blood?
What?
Did you see that blood on the ground?
Where?
Some blood over here, man.
Where?
Right there.
Oh shoot! I didn't even see it.
Someone got really hurt, man. Someone really got hurt.
Hey, for real, son.
Were you here earlier?
I mean, I was when it was like small. I was like across the street with the wind chills. But I had my daughter with me, so I dropped her off.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So when I came back, it was already a big mess.
Yeah.
So I missed whatever.
Yeah.
was here.
Apparently there was a little stand right here on this.
Yeah. The guy in the white SUV, he showed me a video, and yeah, there was something over here because this is where they start shooting first.
Yeah. Is that guy police or what is he?
He's a stinger.
Oh, he's a stinger.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So he was like, he just telling me like what was going on. I was like, oh damn.
Have you seen that guy around?
Nah, this is like the first. I know he looks familiar, to be honest with you. But I might be mistaken, to be honest.
I got you.
Have you ever seen the show called Shot After Dark?
No.
It's on Netflix. It's like stingers, you know, going around, just shooting stuff.
Right.
He looks for. He could. I'm not sure. If it's, might be mistaken. Yeah. So you saw everything?
No. I got here late. I'm just getting video of all the aftermath because this is kind of ridiculous. That this happened, you know.
But yeah, something did happen over here. This is like the main point where they first
Yeah.
started shooting.
Yeah, I just went over there and just got some footage over there. So.
Yeah, like oh, there's a lot of little stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at all this stuff that the sheriff shot over here that might have hurt public property. Yeah, take care. Thank you. Alright, so it wasn't a federale, that's a stinger. And so I'm just looking over here I saw the sheriffs over here earlier, like looking for stuff. But so it's like this store has security camera there, so maybe we can ask them for that. I'm sure the sheriffs are gonna be on top of that, maybe not, depending on their intelligence level, but let's see, here's some more little white. See, so those little white guys, there's 3 of them right there. 1, 2, 3 hit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I assume these are the plastic little balls hitting the mirror and then boom, bouncing off, but releasing the chemical irritant, and this is the impact left over from that. There's white stuff there. I'm not sure what that's from. So it's all over this. It looks like nothing broke on this establishment. It's just markings on there. Here's a big. This looks like one of those concussion grenade. Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's still in the air. I'm not. I got a mask on, but it's like barely doing anything. It's still in the air. Okay, so let's keep looking then, and let's see what we find here. So yeah, again, you saw that earlier. I'm gonna step over that. Another one. So protesters running this way. I heard someone screaming medic, medic, medic. So maybe people were like screaming medic, medic, medic. And in these protests, you don't know how many medics are going to be out here, you know? So you see that there? That's another one. Look at how the spread of this. Wow, okay, wow, holy shit, look at this, guys. So protesters ran from over there, to along the store, probably hopping over there, it's coming around here. You see the shots here. Look at all this. Turn on my brightness. Look at all this. Look at how many of these little paintball, chemical irritant balls there are. Look at these. There's some that haven't even been touched. I don't even want to get like close to this shit because it literally irritates as soon as you touch it. I'm just documenting this for the future when they look back and at the fall in history, because this is history we're living through right now. This is ridiculous that they did this. I just crushed another one. There's another one. Another one. What I just showed you up close. So they ran again from all the way from up there, over here. Helicopter was going off. I think the journalist AJ Fun Civilized was saying that there was a helicopter the whole time. I saw 2 or 3 coming up when I was driving up here. So think about all that taxpayer money. For like 8 protesters that are just protesting peacefully. They started to get armed because last night they did this. They did the same thing. Last night they did the same exact thing. So now I'm just looking for more. Here's some more. This is someone's house right here. Oh gosh, it's still in the air. Even when I drove up, I had, look, if you look in the middle of the street, you can see those. So people are running this way. Look at all this. Look at all this. Look at how many times they shot. This is ridiculous. It's still in the air. I'm about to switch. I brought this because I saw them getting shot. I got a little mask here. I'm about to put it on, but I feel ridiculous putting it on, but it's like really, it's really irritating my fucking face right now. My lips and my nose are irritated right now. And this is the aftermath. Okay, so there's trash here. I'm still looking. I'm trying to see how far the police chase these protesters. Here's a unbroken pepper ball is what they call it. Pepper ball, paintball, pepper ball. Still walking more, still walking further. Here's an unopened water bottle. Someone must have dropped it when they were running. They probably hid behind this car. I didn't even look at this car. Let me see if there's anything in this car, on this car. Oh, this car's fucked up. I don't know if it was like that already. Is this normal? This car looks fine. This car looks fine. Try not to get hit by a car. Okay, all right. I'm not really seeing anything else. So maybe protesters went back here. I'm gonna try and circle around the alleyway just to get a full evidence here. Just to see how far the police went. So far we saw they went up to the pepper balls went up to that last car there. So that's how far they chased them. They chased them that far. I still smell some shit in the air right now. I hope whoever was bleeding is fine. I think I got it on my mask. I'm gonna take it off. So it looks like there's some blood there. It looks like some gauze pads. What's up?
Where the protesters went?
I have no idea where they went.
No?
I got here late, man.
Oh, yeah?
Were you here the whole time?
No, I just got here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of documenting the how far the police chased them. They were shooting these pepper balls
All the way down here?
all the way down to like the van, the very last van here. But I'm seeing a gauze pad here with blood. I saw a blood like spot up there where the action was, but I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. So you saw the bloody gauze pad. So I assumed they went this way. I'm just trying to think about it. If I was in that situation, where I would go. Maybe I went down this way. This is South Central LA, a poorer area. So there's more minorities here. Dijon Kizzy again. You heard it earlier with a protester who rolled up, who was here before. He said that they stopped Dijon Kizzy because he was riding his bike, and they didn't like him riding his bike, I guess, which doesn't make sense. Okay, so this is the alleyway that they originally, you can still see the police lights all the way up there. I'm gonna approach and see if I hope they don't do anything. But let me see. Still trying to document how far things were shot. Nope, that's a bottle cap. That's a bottle cap. There's people's houses over here. Still not seeing much on the ground. All the action was right up, all the way up there. That's nothing. That's a closed thing. There's a dog. Kind of scared the shit out of me. Oh, my arm hurts. Switching arms. There's a whole apartment right here. Whole apartment. Okay, here's the first ball. Little pepper ball I'm seeing here on the ground. I didn't see any other ones. Here's an unopened one. Okay, so this far. This is how far from all the way over there. All the way over there. That the rounds that the sheriff's department shot got this far. Is your car okay? I don't know if that was your car got hit. Are you good? They were shooting little balls. There we go. Another one. This is like almost 100 yards. I'd say 100 yards away. 100 yards away from where they were shooting is how far I saw a pepper ball go. Kind of only seeing pepper balls. I picked up the top of the grenade thing that they launched. I think I went to this car. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Look at this car. Who's gonna pay for that? Who's gonna pay for that? I think I hear the sheriff's laughing. Yes, I was already over here. Just saw some of the pepper balls over here. The light went on. Yep. Okay. All right, so I made a circle. Yeah, sheriff's department's still over here. Now there's two vehicles here, and they're shining a little light at me. You want to see? I'm coming over here. I'm gonna go over here real quick. I'm gonna put my mask on just in case. I think I had it on my mask, but okay, so here's some blood trail. Look at this blood trail. I just saw this blood trail. I didn't see it before. So blood trail starts right here. Some broken glasses, damaged property, pepper balls. There's someone sleeping in the car right here. More pepper balls. I want to say people cross the street over here. I'm gonna talk to some of these guys. I saw this guy the last time I live streamed. The last time I live streamed, I saw this gentleman over here. I want to hear what this guy's saying.
Getting off work or something. He don't fit the profile of the white t-shirt and the sagging pants and the Jordans or the Nikes or, you know what I'm saying, or the Chuck Taylors or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. That's the motherfuckers that's getting shot. It's just not, they putting all black people into this one category. Just like I was telling my men, all Hispanic people don't identify with being messy.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Which is true, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Thank you.
I'm Peruvian.
When I get introduced to my homeboy, I get introduced to as, hey man, that's my nigga, he cool. Hey man, that's my boy, he cool. I never got introduced as, oh, that's my black boy, or that's my black man. I got introduced as, hey man, that's my nigga, he cool, he's straight. You know what I'm saying? Because just like I was telling him, the people that's getting shot is the ones in the white wife beater shirts, and the white t-shirts, and the sagging pants, and the Jordans, and the Nikes, and the All-Stars, and the Chucks.
It's like what you wear
Identifies who you are.
Which is bullshit.
Just like I said, they can't racial profile in the car, so we got a racial profile on the street. We got to profile them by what you wear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to profile you by what you wear, but never know. The biggest gangbanger probably dressed in a suit and tie and would never let you know that he's that type of person.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? And that's the type of message that, like I said, is, yeah. It once was a derogatory word back in the 60s and 70s and in the 50s, and yeah. But if you my boy, y'all my niggas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with y'all because that's who I am.
Yeah.
Hey man, these niggas right here are cool with me, bro. We going this way.
Yeah.
No. Y'all can't fuck with these niggas right here, bro. They going with me.
Right.
I can't say, oh no, y'all can't mess with these two Hispanic dudes. No, that's being inappropriate. Now I'm profiling you. Nigga is not a profile word. Nigga is a universal word for everybody. It's just certain people is not allowed to use the word. Okay. No problem.
I say brother.
Thank you.
I say brother.
I'm quite sure when homeboys go back to their hood or go back to their garage and play guitar. Hey my nigga, get that cord over there. Hey bro, hook up that speaker over there, bro. Hey my nigga, get up off that speaker, bro. That's my mom's speaker, bro. Hey my nigga, no, not right there, my nigga. No. Put it over there, my nigga, right there, yeah. In your immediate circle, you can say the fucking thing you want to. You understand what I'm saying? You can say anything you want inside your immediate circle. If you my boy, you at my house, we can talk freely amongst each other because we all men.
Right.
Should not one of us get offended by saying each other words because, like I said, we all men.
Right.
We're not dealing with childs. We're not dealing with a child mentality. We're not dealing with a teenager mentality that take everything so fucking serious just because you say red. Oh, I ain't no blood.
No.
Just because you say tight jeans. Oh, I ain't like that. I just, oh, now you got something against me because I got on tight jeans. No, boy. We all men out here, bro. Damn what you got on. Damn all that. You understand? Damn all that. But these ones, they profile you by what you got on. You fit the profile. Like I said, bro, if you ain't got on the Caltrans vest, If you ain't walking with a satchel or a backpack like you going to school in the local hood, if you walking around with a wife beater in black jeans and Chuck Taylors and Nikes or Jordans, you fit the profile of a gang member.
Were you here for the protest earlier?
I got out.
Oh, you got out?
Yeah.
Earlier, way earlier.
Way early.
Yeah.
I came to the store, bought what I needed from the store, and I bounced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I seen it. Like I said, I seen it last night. They did it. They did the exact same thing they did right here, but they did it down there.
Exactly.
They did it in front of the sheriff's station.
Department.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Tonight they bought it further towards this way. Right. Last night it was just down there. Last night it was just in front, directly in front of the sheriff's station. But tonight they bought it. I guess they bought it this way.
So you kind of watch. You don't really participate really in the process.
Man, I watch from a distance. Bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
I ain't look. I ain't here to disrespect them, bro. Everybody need a job. They got kids. They got family. They got wives too.
Yeah.
It ain't just. I ain't gonna say every cop is fucked up, but you got cops that's are fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucked up that they don't take care of those cops that are fucked up.
Thank you. Protect doesn't mean kill. You know what I'm saying? What's the use of a taser if you don't pull it out and use it? What's the use of all this shit if you don't pull it out and use it? If the guy doesn't seem like a threat to you, why do you have to be a threat to him?
And they were peacefully protesting.
Thank you.
It's just.
Thank you. Why, bro? Is because they wanted them out in front. This, like I said, this was going on ever since the guy got shot on 109.
Bijan Kiz.
That night, the night that he got shot.
Yes.
It was at least 400 people in front of the sheriff's station. Exactly. That was a lot of people. Saturday night they came back because they gave it a rest. They gave it a rest like Friday, but Saturday evening, I'm gonna say about 1 o'clock, they started all congregating, and then Saturday night it was just more people just started coming. But like I said, Sunday night they bought it this way.
Do you think the whole system needs to be reformed?
I think the whole system. I think it needs to start from the mayor himself, bro.
Scratch one.
From the boss himself.
Yeah, the mayor.
I mean, the mayor is the chief and commander of the city that he mayor's in, right?
Exactly.
Why would you leave the decision up to a sergeant that was out here on the street, that was doing the same thing that they was doing? He just in a different position. He been there long enough to have his position, yeah, but once he was one of them that was out here harassing, out here mistaken identity. You know what I'm saying? The chief of police, the chief of the sheriff's office, he was out here at one time. Because when he was out here, somebody else was chief of police.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So why would you have an officer that's been on the street making decisions instead of the man making decisions for the officers? That's backwards. Why would you take criticism from your employees when you're supposed to be giving the criticism to your employees? Right? You go to work. If you don't work, you get fired.
Exactly.
You go to work, you fuck up something, that's coming out of your pocket or out of your ass, or maybe even fired.
But instead they get a paid leave.
Thank you. A paid leave.
Yeah.
Bread. That means that, oh no, we're not gonna, yeah, even though you went out and shot somebody 20 times in the back, but yeah, you're gonna still get your little money, but we don't need you here no more.
They don't get fired. They don't get prosecuted.
They don't get fired. Exactly.
They get moved to another jurisdiction, another
They get to
district.
live a normal life, not being a police officer. But we gotta attend a funeral on on Sunday. We gotta throw a car wash to raise money for a funeral the next day. We gotta go out in the middle of the street and put candles. Cover a whole side block street with candles. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a sad state, man.
Because you decided to take somebody's attire the wrong way. Because you decided to take somebody's look the wrong way. Never know. You could be killing the next president. You could be killing the next dude that figured out to cure the cancer, cure the AIDS. All the scholars ain't born in NASA.
Yeah.
Everybody that's a brainiac ain't from China.
No. Yeah.
I mean, half of these smart people in the world, they stayed in the hood like this too. It was just a different one. Maybe it was where they were. You
Exactly.
understand?
They had the opportunities.
Exactly.
It's hard to have opportunities here in low income.
You see, it's harder, but it's the parents that build a structure. You understand what I'm saying? You build a structure. If I lay brick by brick by brick by brick by brick, and I tell whoever that's after me, you follow this pattern. I want you to lay the brick by brick by brick by brick by brick, and make sure it don't never falter. Make sure it never turns left or turn right. You always keep it straight. That's how you build. That's how you build character in people. Because you keep building. You keep adding stones. You keep adding stones. You keep adding stones.
You invest in the people.
Thank you. You build. A building is not built by one brick or one man. You understand what I'm saying?
It's powerful.
It's just sad, bro. It's sad to see. It's sad to see that we made it to the top. Because we were saying that at one time. Yeah, we made it. As long as we get over the hump. For a motherfucker to knock you right back down to the bottom. To start right back the fuck up. To get you halfway, to move you right back down to the bottom. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense to me. Don't make no sense to anybody. Senseless killing. For what?
Senseless
Is
killing.
somebody know the blessing? I was again.
No. I can't take pepper bullet. My skin is too soft.
Yeah.
Shit, my skin is too soft. I can't. No, I can't go through no net. No.
Man, this shit's still in the air.
Man, that's true.
That's right here. It's like, how do you even get it up here?
Now you watch somebody come to the parking lot tomorrow that's allergic to this shit. Get a reaction to it.
Well, thank you, brother. That was a powerful speech, man.
Yeah, man.
Now I want to hear your voice. You know, you're a local around here.
Stay right there.
They were shooting people up to like right there. You see the marks, right?
Right there on the other side of that in that apartment on the other side. Yeah, man. That shit has got to stop, man.
Do you think voting will change? Will help?
Voting is just going to put another one of these motherfuckers in office, man.
Exactly.
Voting is just going to put the next extremist cop in a position to free roam the streets and do what the fuck they want to do. These cops are a gang.
Yeah, they have gangs in the sheriff's department. The
These
executioners
cops are a gang. I'm not talking about an actual gang that get out and destroy. They're a gang of, how would you say it? Insurgents.
Yeah. That's what they call it in the army goes to the Middle East.
Exactly. That's exactly what they are, bro. They get orders, and the orders come down from the man, and they fulfill the man's orders.
It's crazy how the police is just militarized now. They got a whole SWAT truck ready to go, the helmets.
You cannot
and everything.
be a police if you don't go to the military. If you really must think about it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of military training. They want you to have some kind of military training. You don't even have to go to the military to have military training. That's the cool thing about it.
Exactly.
No. Some of these police officers were harassed in high school and got tired of being harassed in high school and said, look, I'm since I was being bullied or I was being overlooked or whatever, now that I'm a police, now I'm gonna do it to everybody that once did it to me.
It's psychological.
It's like, oh, I can't take it no more. I'm finna go be a police, so now I can give orders and tell people what the fuck to do and kick people in the ass and shoot people with bullets.
Now they feel part of it.
Crazy as shit, bro.
Well, thank you again, brother.
If you ever talk to a police will always tell you, tell it to the judge before I want to hear anything you gotta say. I'm just out here doing my job. That's what the police say. I'm out here doing my job. I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. Tell it to the judge. I'm just out here doing my job. I put in a 9 to 5 or a 9 to 9. I'm just out here doing my job. If you ever been in the back of one of them police cars,
Yeah.
you know that's their favorite phrase. I am not the judge. Whatever you have to say, tell it to him. A victim, an innocent person, a person being accused, a person that's the person that's starting it, the insider that's starting whatever situation that it is. The police don't want to hear it because they tell you flat out, I am not. Tell it to the judge. You got a court date on Monday. Why do I want to hear what you got to say? This is not judge and jury out here. Tell it to him. He wasn't there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The judge wasn't there, bro. The judge is only gonna go down by what you ever put on that paper. Thank you. He gonna go with what you said. So if I got to tell it to him, you already making me look like a bad person on paper in front of him. Why don't it just be a clean slate? Why don't you just say, well, look, we're not gonna put no paperwork on you. You just go tell it to the judge and let him deal with it. We're just gonna say, oh, it was an assault, or oh, it was a mutual engagement between two friends. No, he
always gonna believe what the cops
exactly. Well, the officer said, and such and such and such and such. Yeah, always take down what you say, but they don't ever take down what they say to you.
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah. We've experienced that. We've experienced that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why don't they have a recording system in the vehicle? They got it on their body.
They do sometimes. Not in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy how law enforcement thinks.
Well, thank you so much, man. Do you want to say your name on the camera, or?
My name is D, bro.
D?
Yeah, my name is D. Man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Have a good night.
Take care, man.
Take care.
These powerful words. Powerful words. Hi. So you still got the sheriff's department over here blocking off where, look, hey, somebody posted a little sign here. It says, justice for Dijon Kizzy. Murder charges for the deputy, Sheriff Villanueva resigned. Community control over the sheriff's department. 11 a.m. Saturday, September 12th. Hey, PSL is hosting this. That's Party for Socialism and Liberation. Fiorella was saying that they talk about one of the strongest, it was like one of the strongest protests she's ever been to. That's interesting. We're gonna have to be there. We're gonna have to be there. 10 South Building. Okay. So yeah, the sheriff's department's over here. They're oh my gosh. I'm gonna talk to this gentleman over here. I want to talk to this gentleman. There's 3 sheriffs right there blocking off the road. So they've completely blocked off any cars coming into the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department's right there. Imperial Highway Sheriff Department. Hey there, brother.
How's it going?
Hey, I think I remember seeing you here the first night.
Monday?
Uh,
Yeah, a week ago. What was your name?
I'm Johnny.
Michael. Yeah, I was definitely here. I have no more words, man.
Is it okay if I film you? Or?
Yeah.
Were you here tonight? Were you part of that protest? Or?
No, I was not. I was having dinner with a friend, and so I did not make it to earlier tonight. But I've been here for about an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah, it's the aftermath, right?
Aftermath.
You seen all these? Like, this is crazy, man.
It's wild because I know yesterday
They did the same thing.
same thing. Saturday night they shot with bullets. They shot tear gas. I know friends who got tear gas. So it just validates that they believe that, you know, a property is more important than human life, a black human life lost. So
They're just scared of protesters just protesting outside of their department, I guess.
So, yeah, that's what I'm. So on the other side of their protesters, like, and how far do they block? And maybe
No,
I could actually
that's a
bring
good
up.
that's a good question.
Maybe actually bring up my map. I think they blocked it towards. They blocked it. Van Buren.
Van Buren.
So it's 2 blocks after the sheriff's station.
Okay, yeah, I see.
It's for those. The night you saw me, I was actually parked on the other side in the neighborhood streets.
Yeah, and that's where one dude, Lord Blobby was his name. He got tackled. He was the guy with the auto-tune speaker. I don't know if you remember that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, Monday? What day? Or Tuesday? Yesterday?
I believe it was that same the first night. It was. That
You know
first
what?
night.
I think I saw a video.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They tackled him?
Oh yeah, they tackled him. There was like 3 or 4 or 5 of them. Yeah.
How long have you guys been out here?
I've been out here for about the same time. I just got here at the aftermath. I saw it happen, and we just got back from San Diego.
Yeah.
But I just came out here immediately.
Yeah, it's just fucked up. I mean, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, what they're scared of is like the situation in Minneapolis, of them burning down. And I fucking don't care. Like, I was telling a friend when all this shit was going on in June, in order for new life, you know, the analogy, in order for new life to spring up,
Yeah.
there is a burning. and people are just fed up. And we know that Martin Luther King, who was nonviolent to the core,
Until the very end.
Yeah, to the very end. But it's just like my point is like he used the spectacle of violence,
Yeah.
you know, to his advantage.
Yeah.
And we know, unfortunately, there's a spoken word artist I love. His name is Propaganda. He says it's like they don't care until we throw a Molotov.
Exactly.
I mean, so
Yes,
if they're probably listening to me, I don't give a fuck if that shit needs to burn down for some, so people that look like me and you can be safe in this city.
Yeah.
So be it. People are like, you know, to be honest, people aren't burning all this shit because, you know, people I think do remember '92 and the riot, and it's just like, if we're gonna burn and tear anything down, it's gonna be the sheriff's department, or in Beverly Hills, or downtown. Like, it's not gonna be here. We tried that.
It's like, how long is this gonna go on? Since like Emmett Till, man. It's like since Emmett Till.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous, man.
and I start to, you know, think about, you know, how power is consolidated.
Yes.
And we know that, you know, we're in a democratic city, but these Democrats, they're funded by the cops.
Absolutely.
So they ain't gonna give a shit.
Absolutely, man.
You know, so what gives me hope is folks who are actually not getting money from police unions. That's
always gonna follow the money.
Just follow the money. It's like, I'm not sure if you've been following the SB 731.
It didn't get killed.
The day that Dijon got shot, he got killed.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is where for me, it's almost like a mind fuck, to be honest, bro. Like, yeah, I'm very thankful to live in a state like California and not Alabama, but like, so SB 731, we were one of 5 states that does not have a decertification bill. Decertification bill just means there's a process to which when a cop kills somebody, they can get fired.
Exactly.
California does not have that.
But they have what's called a qualified immunity, right?
I don't even know if it's that, bro. Like, and
Which
so,
is bullshit.
So even that bill, because I do volunteer work for BLMLA, like, and I just joined, but like just learning about what it took to like, so the assembly member, Mike Gibson, a black Democrat, who's like, we had to push him to get him to vote on it. We had to push him. He wasn't. SB 731 was a bill that got killed the day, no pun intended, but got shot down the day of Dejan's murder. And that was a decertification bill that would basically provide the process to get basically fire a cop if they kill somebody.
So, because I know there was one that was that they can't really use fear for your, you know, as in fear for my safety.
That was actually just voted. I think,
that was
yeah.
just, yeah.
I think that was passed, which is
something.
Which is important. It's really important. So
yeah, because I don't know if you're familiar with Eric Rivera. Because his mom, I befriended her after the LAPD killed her son, and like she went to Sacramento, like constantly for all these bills to be passed. It's amazing, you know, like the time that they put into this.
Well, because you know, because you know, for me, I start to understand the power of lobbying.
Right.
From prison guards and police unions, and they are lobbying so much harder than actual people, and so like that's why people power is so important. So I was just saying with SB 731, it was shot down.
Yeah.
The good news is they might be able to hold through like
the police unions like you should.
Yeah, but the hope is it can be revisited hopefully sooner through a special session. I think Gavin or like the assembly and the two houses can call for a special session, or the assembly, or they'll just have to wait till the next legislative session early next year. But the good news is I heard that the people that said no to the bill have agreed not to support it. But it's just fucked up that like we have to keep waiting. Like we're 1 in 5 states that don't have a decertification bill. 1 in 5. 45 states have a decertification bill.
I mean, I think it does have partly to do with qualified immunity. And then somebody else brought up a good point, like, fuck her. She hasn't even like, you know, prosecuted any cops in the last, 16 years?
The only person she's prosecuted, to my knowledge, is one. But that was only because the community and just other folks pressured her. But even then, I don't even know.
I mean, I know cops do get arrested, but we're talking about like these.
But it goes back to following the money. She is funded by police unions, so she's getting I think close to she's getting a $750,000 from the police. So she ain't gonna.
Her husband goes to the door with a gun, you know, when protesters come to their house. That's fucking dude.
He got a couple charges. I forget the specifics, but like who knows?
She didn't prosecute.
Yeah. So the political system is, I mean, and I'm reminded, like, you know, DAs really are inherently corrupt. That's the problem. It's a system. Because I know there's a conflict of interest when, you know, the DAs work with the cops.
Like, why are the cops in the at the coroner's office inside there with the DA? You know, like why is the person that killed you allowed to be standing next to your dead body? Yeah. You know, I mean, go home to your 2 weeks paid leave. You know, like why do you think you have any right to be here to intimidate or suggest, you know, anything based on like they have no medical anyway.
Yeah. There's just so many. It's exhausting, and like you said, it points to like a larger system of police brutality and the killing of black and brown folks, and cops act as the judge, jury, and executioner
on the streets.
It's just I have no words.
All right, okay. Wow, that's
we're live right now.
Yeah.
113 people on right now.
Yeah. So,
brother, you were alluding to how you just got to follow the money, right? Follow the money, and it's both parties. Yeah. Both parties
both parties have decided to get support from police unions, and you know, as a result, you know, you see their real silence around, you know, these issues. And so I've really thought about recently, the last few months, the importance of people power. Yeah. I mean, Gavin Newsom called the National Guard. I mean, and we know it's his rich white buddies, rich donors. You know, they got to protect their property. You know, and so
in a capitalist society, property is more important than
my life or your life or your life. And this is why we can't stand right in front of that whole sheriff's station, because they're more concerned about the actual property of that station than a life that a murder they committed.
Piggybacks on, like, I went up to Portland just, to see it for myself, because, like, yeah, I mean, I went because I didn't want to just, like, make an opinion, so we went up. Oh, you did? But, I mean, nothing, like, super, like, it's like we went out there, and then me, Tom Zebra, and Ricky Monday, we went out there, and then we came back, and then, like, things popped back up. Anyway, but, like, I think what they're afraid of is, because, like, their police station, like, they're like, basically vandalized. They've, like, abandoned a lot of their stations there. And I think that's what they're afraid of, that people are going, that's the destroy, like you're saying, like, the property is so much more important. But they're really afraid that they're going to look like, as weak as they're trying to make Portland, police look like. And then they're not about that life, not a terror.
That's how the Seattle East Precinct was. It was like burned down. It was burned down, dude.
Yeah.
The 3rd precinct.
Going after the police union, in Portland, after one of the union offices, and
they got a significant reduction in the police budget. I mean, it's just I was talking about the spectacle of violence can be used to the advantage of folks on who want to fight on the right side of history, who want to fight for justice. It sucks that it has to come to a burning of a police station or a sheriff's station, but that's Minneapolis. They burned down the
parole office or something. I was like, bye. And I was kidding. Like, nobody.
They voted to disband the police and a rapid reduction of police budgets, and
that one kid would probably come out the woodworks if they completely disbanded the police. Like, to be honest, like, then you'd have these, military, whatever, however they would try to compensate, I mean, the citizens surrounding, in that area. Yeah, but they would have people like this, these rogue individuals.
That's the thing that
I mean, it's that was tragic in so many ways. Even that kid's, like, his life's over, like, regardless of who's right and who's wrong. I mean, fund him what?
No, they've been raising money for him.
That kid's life is over in any other. Because once the cameras are gone, then they're not going to care anymore.
I don't know if his life's over yet, because Trayvon Martin's killer is still roaming the streets. So, I mean, yes, Kyle, we have video evidence that he did that shit, but we know how, like, the right is gonna, like,
but that is
rally. It's clearly wrong.
There's a discrimination. The Trayvon was black, and, like, this was all white people involved. I really think that, like, it'll slowly settle out of the the limelight. It's just not as.
I mean, I hope he it's obviously he's taken life. I just know when, like, white people commit crimes like that, I just don't have any. I have very little hope that there actually be any semblance of justice and what if he was black. So, because like you said, they're rallying money for.
I know it's better.
A GoFundMe?
Yeah, they have a GoFundMe.
Where is it at now? Do we know?
It might be like a private funding. It's like some Christian, some privileged group.
Yeah, some very privileged group who says he acted out of self-defense when he's not from there.
I think that kid is a kid, and he had no business being there while armed. Well, regardless, it's like the fact is he's a child. Like, he's the mind of a child. Like, you have no business doing, like, big boy stuff. Like, like, even those other militia guys kind of separated themselves afterwards, because that would have been nothing that they probably would have done. Mind you, I don't know if, like, rushing somebody that's armed is, like, the best thing to do. Like, because it's a kid, he's not going to respond logically. I mean, I don't know. I hate to take away the credit of, like, a juvenile mind, but I just don't give it that much credit.
There's some truth to it, but, like, we also have to understand, like, it's easier for us to say, like, I don't know what I'd do, because the hope was, as a group, they were trying to, like, they were as a group. It wasn't individuals. It was just as a group, and they just.
But there was armed people on both sides. I mean, mind you, he was like this, he was trying to stand with those other guys with that business, and then some of the protesters were armed too. I think he was just a scared boy at that point. I think it was too much. It was not something that he should have been a part of.
Protecting property over protecting.
Being outraged that property was instead of being outraged that a black man got shot in the back 10 times.
Yeah.
Completely, condemned. He didn't want any part of the fact that he wouldn't want anybody to get killed over his damn business either. But
so it's like when he walked, to the National Guard or whatever.
With his hands up, and they said that they had tunnel vision.
They gave him water.
No, that wasn't after he killed them.
It was after they. No,
that was way before.
I think that was before.
That was way before.
There was a video that cut it.
No, when he walked towards them with his hands up right after he'd killed the last person, and they didn't give him any attention, he left and went home. That water part was way before.
It was way before?
Yeah, but all it did was like give him boost the morale.
But it just goes to show like the de-escalation. I mean,
it shows that they had tunnel, they didn't look at this kid like he was part of the problem, because they had just identified him, whatever, an hour earlier as somebody that liked them.
Yes.
And so, yeah, that did.
He was an aspiring cop.
Yeah, he's a little explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brother, it sounds like, are you familiar with Fred Hampton at all?
Oh, very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fred Hampton, I think for me, Fred Hampton, there was just so many reasons why he was a threat and why the government killed him. And I think I'm reminded of his legacy, because it's like, that's when you know you're a threat, when you've coalesced power from black folks, white folks, Latinx folks, any marginalized group. He was beginning to coalesce and build this coalition. That's why he was a threat. That's why they killed him. And so, like, there's so much to say about his legacy, but I think of that. Like, he wasn't just fighting for black lives. He was he knew that this was a global fight. And of course, the American government saw that as a threat, because when we're united like that, we're a threat to take away their power at the end of the day. So I'm really excited about the movie they're doing for him. Yeah. So the movie is based around who's Daniel Kaluuya, who was in Get Out. He's playing Fred Hampton, the British brother. So another really good movie. But like, Lakeith Stanfield is playing the informant that actually basically ratted him out. And so the trailer came out a few weeks ago. So it looks really fascinating, and I hope they do a good job. But I do think Fred Hampton's spirit lives on. This idea that you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill a revolution. So yeah, that's what I think about when I think about his legacy. He was 24.
Yeah, I think he was 21.
Yeah, he was very young.
Yeah.
Very, very young.
Fred Hampton Jr. has been out there in Kenosha, I think.
Really?
He's out there in Kenosha, yeah.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know Fred Hampton started his work in Chicago, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he might have been in Chicago.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, brother, I want to thank you. One last question, man. With the presidential race going on right now, what are your thoughts on these two candidates right now?
Geriatric.
Pretty much.
Oh man, you know what? I like what Ta-Nehisi Coates says. Your vote is not a totality of the political work you do. There's this anti-fascist coalition that has to start, and it's joining to get rid of fascism. Like, Joe Biden's not it, but I think what gives me hope is you can push someone like Joe Biden to make the right changes for black and brown communities, but that's the thing. Like, are we willing to stay in the streets? To fight for reasonable and criminal justice reform that has an abolitionist framework to it. Are we willing to stay in the streets if he's elected?
Will people go back to sleep?
Yeah, if he threatens to veto Medicare for all, we're gonna want to stay in the streets for that, to pressure him. So it's wild. I mean, it's very unpredictable, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. I just think that we're just at a moment where our democracy is threatened under Trump, and he has to be removed, and it's gonna have to, it'll be easier if it's just a landslide, but with voter suppression, who knows what could happen.
And both parties participate in that. I mean, I've been covering I covered the elections here, man. It was I went down to where they count the ballots, and it was disgusting, man. It was you're behind a glass wall. There's these 2-in-1 scanners. Actually, I'm following a candidate who did a lawsuit against Dean Logan, who is the election supervisor, and Secretary of State Alex Padilla, claiming that they counted ballots early and accessed the ballots early, the vote by mail ballots in the March 3rd primary. And we're following that, and the judge is, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like he's just delaying it. They're delaying it. I'm going to vote third party. I don't know. I just can't make myself vote for Joe Biden because I do follow the money, you know. Kamala, same with Kamala and Joe, and I don't know. It's just.
You're a resident of California, right?
Yes, I am now. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like you're in California. If you were in Florida, I'd be like, dude. But in California, you know, California is predominantly Democratic, so I'm almost guaranteed it's gonna go Democratic. So, yeah, man, I don't knock I don't knock that decision. I don't knock that decision. I mean, you know, Biden was one of my last options, but you know. My first was actually I did some work with Bernie Sanders because I feel like Bernie Sanders, you know, also is not perfect, but he understood the systemic. It's capitalism. It's capitalism. That is the root issue, you know. And so he wasn't perfect, but yeah. Sorry, I don't have any cash. Oh, I think someone dropped those. Yeah. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, so Sanders was my first choice, and so we got this. Yeah.
The system doesn't invest in the people, which, you know, we need more resources for the people, and we wouldn't have this huge problem with 60,000 people that are homeless now in the United States.
More. I think
it was 60,000 in LA. I think
that was right at the beginning of COVID. I think we're at probably 80, 90, or 100,000 folks, if not more. I mean, anecdotally, I've seen more homelessness.
Yeah.
So. That was a number they counted right at the beginning of COVID. Yes. So,
no, you're right.
Yeah. So, and that's a whole nother, you know, issue that is so debilitating for communities, and so, yeah.
So I don't know if you saw this sign over here. It's it says "Justice for Dijon Kizzee," and it's being hosted by Party for Socialism and Liberation. I'm actually voting for their candidate. I didn't know they were hosting this until I got out here and saw this sign, Gloria La Riva. But are you familiar with any third party or anything?
I'm familiar with those dudes. Here's the thing, man. Like, and this is, I think it's a strategic.
I just feel like we can't push Joe after we give him the power once he's in power. You know what I'm saying? Like, we give him our vote, we already give him our power. And I'm respectfully discussing with you. You know, I'm really enjoying this conversation. You know,
I agree too. Like I don't. That's the hope. Yeah. That's the hope.
I know. I mean, fuck Trump, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
I want him to lose hard, but I want him to lose hard to a real revolutionary. It should have been Bernie Sanders. They stole that from Bernie Sanders, man. They stole it from him. I was there. I saw it. He should. There's no way Joe Biden got. He came out of here with 28% in LA.
It's not even the count. It's the way they work with like super delegates, and that goes back to 2016. It's like the way. I don't know about the percent. I just know the way in which it's not a democracy in the Democratic Party to like figure out who is going to be our nominee. I mean, and that goes back to even like, why the fuck is Iowa always? It just not as representative of the U.S. You know, it shouldn't always be Iowa. So, yeah, and I would just say it's like, I'm speaking on just my personal. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody.
No, absolutely.
I think there's always a really delicacy with, you know, they were out here on day one, and for me. When this happened on Monday, I was showing up as showing up in solidarity for the family. And then, you know, Saturday there was protests, and there's been protests since. And it's a really delicate balance to show up for their family and to show up in solidarity, but also understand that there are systemic issues, you know, and it's a part of his death. It's unfortunately part of this larger issue of police killing Black and brown people and being the judge, jury, and executioner. So as much as I'm like, for the revolution, like initially I had a lot of issues with them showing up as like a political party in the midst of something that like in that moment, that first day, they should have just showed up in solidarity. Like,
Oh, they try to speak.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm all for the revolution, and I understand the systemic issues, but they were showing up within a few hours, spewing some political, rhetoric, and they're probably right. But it was like this white woman who was a part of their group, and like she ain't from here.
There was a black, black man in a suit, like a really nice suit.
That was the Nation of Islam.
No, they were over on the.
Wait.
No. He was in a blue suit. He was on the truck with them, and I feel like they were yelling at him, and he was trying to defend himself. Really? About the political part. He's like, and then the Reverend, and like, so I think because he might have been like a Lacey representative or.
Oh, really? This is the first day?
Yeah, on that hot ass.
That's wild. I did not know that.
Like, he was on the bed of the, how they were on elevated, and then all of a sudden, like, they were gonna do a prayer, and he kept fucking yelling.
No. That's Saturday. I was there. That was just past Saturday.
Okay. Yeah,
so that was Joe Collins. Joe Collins is running against. Joe Collins is running against Maxine Waters.
Oh, that's the other name.
Maxine Waters. I was just doing. Maxine Waters supports Medicare for all, Green New Deal, because he was trying to make it about himself. He's running against Maxine Waters, and he's trying to make it about himself. And then one of the guys said he was a cousin, not blood, just cousin. That shit too. That's the same type of shit. Like, they showed up in their political paraphernalia as fucking Republicans. So fuck them, fuck them. And he tried to center himself. And I've said this on my IG. There's a special place in hell for people who use that type of opportunity as pain, and they were coddling with the family and cozying up to them.
His cousin just made that really I was in tears, and then all of a sudden they start fighting, and I was like, wait, what just happened?
It's so the fuckery on the right. The fuckery on the right is like next level dehumanization. I don't even know if I have words. It's
they separated. That was interesting because when I walked up, it was the Sons of Israel. They all kind of just stayed over to the left, I guess. Yeah. And as I was walking up, and I'm not even really looking up yet. I'm like fucking my equipment, and I hear them say, "We're not here for the white man or the Native American or the the brothers of
the Black Israelites."
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked.
I look up because I was like, "What?" And I look up and I was like, "Oh, okay."
So I saw them. They were over there. I mean, they come up to these events.
Yeah, I mean, their speaker was loud, but then they, theirs louder.
Yeah, but I'll just say with the last thing, the Joe Collins thing was just so. It's just like it's so fucked up. It's so, and then they left after like 20 minutes after that. They didn't march with us.
They needed to get out of there.
And it's like,
they needed to not be there.
And for me, it's like, okay. Is he testing? Oh shit, he's about to test.
They got to play with their toys and shit.
The last thing I said about that Joe Collins bullshit is just like it's different to show up. If they showed up with
for them to say what they said and he kept arguing, I was like, bro.
If you were gonna show up just in your plain clothes, street clothes, that's fine. But don't show up with your political rally bullshit,
And then he's fighting his family.
Yeah. He's not gonna win. He's called Maxine Waters old, and he's been very disrespectful, and he doesn't get support from.
Politics are they're dirty.
He doesn't. No, I agree, but it's like this is a black and brown district. You ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna beat Maxine Waters by calling her old. You ain't gonna disrespect an elder like that. It ain't gonna happen. So, and he doesn't have support from the RNC because the RNC at least knows they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win this district.
I think it was more like libertarian, from what I've heard. I don't know. I haven't really looked into him.
Oh, Joe Collins? Yeah, he's like I said. There's a special place in hell for people that use political opportunities. Less than a week after a family of a black man was shot. Yeah, it's just despicable. It's one thing to come as a community member without your political shit, like just to show up. That's fine, but don't use it as a political rally. And it was really, really sickening. Were you there? Yeah, it was real sleazy. I know politics are dirty, but it's just next level. I don't even know where these.
Oh, look at this! This is what they rolled up in. think they had the full-on SWAT trucks out before, right?
Did they?
I think I saw it when I rolled up. I know, right? Where are all the protesters? Come out. Look at that. Yeah, that's a SWAT truck. Some type of SWAT truck.
So one of the photographers I follow on Instagram, he has like a whole little. Let me see if I bring up the picture. He had a bunch of little souvenirs.
I was looking for one of those rubber ones.
Yeah.
Oh, not rubber ones, but
So the thing about those things, they can kill you. They can
Yeah,
kill you.
I saw a blood trail over there.
yeah, there was a blood trail.
They can do some real damage. Like
It
they.
looks like they went.
Yeah,
like-
it was one of this
Oh,
plastic.
man.
I think they have a paintball gun
isn't
filled with
this
these.
this one just didn't.
It didn't. Yeah, it didn't go off.
So
Yeah.
it's a pepper, right?
Pepper ball
Is that from what day was it?
from tonight.
So this is just one that didn't explode.
Yeah, it didn't-
and
I
now
found
got
several of
pepper
them.
ball powder in my hand.
Oh yeah. Watch out with that. I know. I got it in my pocket, so now it's like fuck.
Now it's on your hand.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, thank you again, brother. What your name or initials or?
Michael.
Thank you so much, brother. Interesting conversation. Interesting, and you're gonna see me out here, so thank you, man. You too, man. Stay safe.
So you're easier. It's funny because I usually don't find people. You're always on Facebook.
Are you?
So I record these guys all the time. And then, yeah, but those are stringers. That's different. Those are stringers. Yeah, no, and yeah, no, like everybody. That's the really
There were protesters over here, and then they shot off. What was it? The Jean kids. Yeah. So they were protesting. They shot off rubber bullets, tear gas, everything. They just cleared everything out. It looks like it's open now. This road is open.
From the day it happened, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been out here.
Yeah. Independent news. Convo Couch. Take care.
I don't know. I don't like New York. And I go all over the place. I work from all the way from Lomita to here, you know. I live in end of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I actually was reporting LAPD for the first like not strictly, but for the most part, all, you know, from Harbor all the way up to the north.
You see some bullshit.
Yeah, no, but then you know, sheriff definitely always they keep arresting my friend and you know, for reporting police.
Were you there May 30th or 31st, or when they mass arrested everybody on Beverly Boulevard over there?
No, I wasn't.
I think I was there.
For
that was when I started to leak. When I heard the rubber,
the LAPD.
When I heard the rubber bullets and the tear gas, at that point I'd been
Yeah.
marching for like 5 or 6 hours. Like, that's
Yeah,
my
good-
time to
good-
leave. That's my.
When I went to Oregon, I didn't really actually intend to people are in their cars. I was like, I could be in my car, but here I was marching, and I was. It wasn't like that. It's just that when you're not used to it, whatever. And you don't know your surroundings. Like I didn't comfortably have an out for anything, when I don't know where I am. I'm just following.
But
And-
Portland had and it's funny because it's just become like
That's it.
the term is there's so many misconceptions, but like I'm sure you saw the Antifa folks, right? Was that some in the air? What was that?
It's because they pulled out that pepper ball, man.
It's all good.
Or no, you know what? That they
It's all
were
good.
running
It's
over
everywhere.
shit when they were riding by too.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There's something in the air.
Yeah. No, but I did ask somebody, I'm not usually about respectful.
Yeah.
Especially not cops, but if other people tell me that, that's when shit happens, and then it defeats the purpose of what I'm doing anyway. But
And I think now
but I was a little. I tried to be I just didn't need the issues like of Antifa, so I did ask somebody like, what's their big stuff? And they said they're supposed to record their face. And I'm like, great. How do you record an event without recording? But then again, wait.
Here's the thing.
Everybody had a mask on.
Exactly.
I don't know why they're so sensitive.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Today's technology,
okay,
right?
so historically, what happened in? I mean, once again, this was not in a global pandemic, but they
always wore masks.
No, the
though.
cops in Ferguson did some fuck shit. I think they killed people and like were.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, they chase people, right?
Yeah.
They search for them.
Because they found their identification. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think now with the masks, I don't even think drones. I mean, I'm naive. I'm not an expert, but I think with our masks, it's harder to like really track down your ID. But I get
That's
why.
and they had worn masks even before the pandemic.
Yeah, and
So-
I get why people, but it's just like
No, I
with
get
our
that
masks,
somebody went on. I don't know what platform it was,
Yeah.
and she's all like, "Stop recording at these things because they're finding us." I'm like, "Oh no!" Like the
I mean,
looters, like the people that are breaking into
But
business.
this
I'm
is
like,
the thing,
just,
like they can listen to us. I mean, there's a lot
I know
of
it's
other
not.
ways.
It's not about that. Like
I get the
no,
concern.
I don't get. I don't. Like that's like she's like talking to me like, don't record. Like this situation needs to be documented. Like whether or not if you wanna do something a little extra and break into a business or set something on fire.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be my camera. God, I don't
Yeah, it's still in the air.
it's not gonna be my camera.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I mean,
definitely gonna be some
Well, thank God for the like.
or your fingerprint left
Thank
behind.
God for the streamers in like Minneapolis. That they got to see.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. Like me, like I recorded like random times, but like you just never know when like that's just
Well, the system has failed us, so there are people like you.
yeah. And then even the body cameras, like I like.
Well,
LAPD, see, they have something out in it. They finally figured it out. Sheriff, it can only be used against, which is so stupid. But
And
anyway,
then
so
there's a stat
LAPD
that
does
99% of that doesn't even get used. They don't
Yeah.
even track it. 99% of the body cam footage.
Yeah.
99%.
So and then LAPD has all have body cams, but the thing is, people don't realize that when you go to request, like you can request it all day, but like I've requested, and you have to be really specific, and I tried to specify it like this one half an hour window. It was half an hour on one day.
Just half an hour.
I put the date, I put the time from this time to this time. This is this information that I want, because it was an arrest that I had documented, but fuck it, I wanted more information, or just to see, $8,000, yeah. So you can. Body camera is available. Like they can post it to their own YouTube channel, and we all get to enjoy it after their own edit.
That's why amidst all these killings and bullshit.
But there's no common person that could ever afford that. Only big, like media corporations can afford.
And look at the whole thing. There's so many names. But Stephen Clark in Sacramento, he was killed because he had a fucking phone in his hand.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And but then they turned off the body cam.
Yeah, the fact that they can control that.
Or they cover it.
Yeah, they can do certain things where like.
So that's why body
they can turn
cams.
the microphone off.
That's why body cams aren't. That's not it. That's not a.
I mean, I have to say that like I would never want it to go away.
Yeah.
Like you might find the right person to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
But yet still it's not. Whenever they tell me that, I'm recording too, and it's free and available right away online. You will charge a ridiculous amount of money. So don't sit there and say that I don't need to record because you're recording. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just more cameras the better, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's our right to record.
But that's the fucked up part. It's because the system has failed. So you know.
The fourth branch of the government, the media.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna head over there actually.
I was just saying that like.
They still
the
got.
cat made it out. I'm wondering. I want to find one of those rubber balls. I'll probably come back with my friend. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
You too. You say you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a.
What's it called? Take care, brother.
Laura Shark.
You take care too.
That's my mask too, but Laura Shark.
So you've been doing this for years?
Yeah, I mean I've been doing this for like at least recording police for like 5 years or something. So.
It's all on YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my account. I mean I've been doing it for a little while. I just do you just main like all media, or do you specifically do police or anything, or just
we first started off with commentary, just talking about news and politics and stuff like that.
Video, yeah.
And then, we had a little studio that we made and everything like that.
It's a nice little setup you got here.
Thank you. I know this took a little bit of time.
Got
and then eventually, I'm like, we need to get out on the field, so then we have our own footage, so we're
Yeah,
not
so you don't have
relying
to-
on mainstream media or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we've
And
been
it's a
coming
lot
out more.
better to experience something too.
And
Just
also,
like that's
yeah.
why going up to Portland, it was kind of important because like, I mean, I could watch videos all day and make my opinions, but when
Exactly.
you have to be like, I mean, not everybody. I'm not saying everybody should do that, but I'm just saying, like, for me personally, I was like, I don't want to talk about it unless like, you know, I've allowed myself to experience it or something, you know. So
Exactly.
just that's. I mean, but I can't afford to travel all over the states for every problem, but like, you know, you can pick and choose like whatever you can afford to, you know,
Yeah.
like or do. But
Yeah.
then that's
Yeah.
what we chose. But
Yeah, we went up to Portland, got tear gassed. It was terrible.
Yeah,
that
that-
tear gas was terrible.
I see you're prepared.
This is why we got
That's
this.
awesome.
This is why we
Like
got this.
I see like we went
It's
with
on
helmets
Amazon, $30.
and it works.
It does.
Or do you got that
I don't
afterwards?
use Amazon.
Or they got that after your tear gas?
After.
Okay, so you don't know if it works yet.
No, that's why I was bringing it up.
Because I
to
was
see
looking
it.
at I was looking at I was doing all the reviews and they were saying like this unless it's like $100+ and it's not gonna, you know, it's all it is a Halloween mask, and I'm like, come on. So I didn't buy it, like whatever the one I was looking at on Amazon. But, I just went up there with the helmets, but I want to experience something, but I'm not really. It wasn't about like getting fucked up or arrested and out of state.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if we were, yeah, because that's its own fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Like being arrested in general it's not my forte. You know,
Oh,
there's
I
a lot of cop watchers that like, you know, they get arrested like a lot. You know, like, you know, and I'm like that's their prerogative and not mine. I don't want to give my money to these motherfuckers or my time or my freedom or anything. You know?
Exactly. No, it's terrible. I'm in a class action lawsuit right now for that day I was telling you about, on May 31st on Beverly Boulevard.
Oh, okay, with the mask, yeah.
That's when they
With LAPD.
mass arrested people. Yeah, LAPD. Yeah. It was-
So what year was that? Is this?
that was this year.
Okay, so like Tom Zebra, when he went, there was I want to say it was a little bit ago. I want to say 3 or 4 years ago when there was something in LA, and they did the exact same thing. They came in with those blue buses, and they just did mass arrests. Yeah, he did that, and they just settled with that lawsuit because it was a class action.
Oh, it was like 3 years ago?
Yeah, they just settled. And class action, so like, you know, went among. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's something. What the fuck is in the air? All right.
I think it's the cars kicking it up.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, it's nice
thank
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Take care. All right, everybody. I'm either gonna leave or I'm gonna drive by this. Well, they're just posted up over there. The sheriff's over there. You can see them. So I think I'm just gonna leave. It looks like everyone's gone. Protesters are gone. I know some had gotten kettled somewhere, but I didn't know where that was happening. But sorry, somebody's yelling in a car over here. Actually, he ran over a cone. All right, I'm signing off, everybody. That was interesting discussions we had there. I mean, I'm voting third party, you know. He still understood, you know, follow the money and everything like that, but Fred Hampton, interesting too, that he knew about Fred Hampton. All right, everybody, take care. Jonny Tsunami, aka Jonathan New York, here. It's been a wild day. It's been a wild night. It's been busy. It's been busy. They've been protesting every day, and they're not going to stop. So I'll probably be out here tomorrow. So you should. And like ready, dude. I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready. So you need to watch out for that. So I'm signing off. Take care, everybody.